I don't even know how to start this video, because it looks like Xshot is just skipping the Pro Flywheeler and doing something Dart Zone and Nerf are too scared to do.
What are you even talking about, dude?
What's better than a Pro Flywheeler? How about a $70 Pro Select Fire AEG on store shelves? Some people complain that I yell too much. I don't think I'm yelling enough. This is the biggest news to hit our little hobby since Dart Zone released the Nexus Pro at Walmart. This is them winning. Now, it's not like Xshot is infallible or anything like that, and the price is way undercutting any other pro level AEG out there.
I'll make a wish that can't backfire.
But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. What is an AEG? You might not know. Remember the NERF Stampede? It was an automatic electronic springer. Now, airsofters have had this kind of stuff for years now. It's one of the fundamental pillars of their entire ecosystem. But of course, those fire 16mm BBs that weigh anywhere from like 0.16 gram to maybe 0.4 gram. The lightest Nerf dart you'll run into is about double that, and the hobby standard is actually almost triple that. With flywheel blasters, you're trying to force a foam dart between two diametrically spinning wheels. That does not bode well for accuracy. Sure, you can hit things with a flywheeler, but most of the time, if you're actually trying to aim at a specific part with that, it's up to RNG if you actually hit it. You get accuracy through volume, even with some of the best ones out there. AEGs are springers that are powered by batteries that use gears to prime and fire a dart with an air-powered piston. These are unanimously considered the best blasters in the hobby, to the point where some places are trying to ban them because they're just too good. I don't think the Xshot Pro Motorized Blaster is going to replace your Sweetheart Storm, but it is going to fundamentally change this hobby forever if a $70 AEG with pro-level performance hits store shelves in the US. Ringing in at $69.97. This is a listing that's on Walmart.com. It says it's out of stock. There's no pre-order or anything like that. We have no idea when it's actually coming out. I'm getting you this news shortly after it was posted on the patron section of my Discord by Axel Sorax. It is a skins blaster, and the one they're showing off right now is the one that has that pink, teal, black, white color scheme that's hot right now. The same exact one the Fury X launched with, and of course they remade the long shot for, but more skins will come out in the future. And no, I'm not gonna press my luck for an anime girl themed one, because I already blew that wish with Xshot. And we do have a couple of bullet points in the about section that we can talk about. Ultra powerful, that's what I like to hear. Launch darts at your opponent with either semi-automatic or fully automatic modes, achieving incredible speeds of up to 150 feet per second, perfect for outdoor open spaces. Right off the bat, select fire. We got full auto and semi-auto, and my gosh, I hope the semi-auto is as quick and responsive as it could possibly be, and I hope the full auto caps out around like 7 darts per second. That's perfectly fine because you don't need to hit the same person multiple times. Don't get me wrong, fast rate of fire is fun, but full auto and Nerf is really hit or miss. There's such small magazine sizes, such large darts. The economy just doesn't really work out for full auto in this hobby. But of course, full auto does work amazingly well as a panic button. And judging by the scale of this thing, besides the obnoxiously long barrel, you could probably shorten that down to get a little AEG SMG out of it. Accuracy Pro Barrel. Elevate your aim with the next level Accuracy Pro Barrel. Made of real steel, it adds stability and flair to your fires. Interesting way to put that. All of the other pro level blasters had metal barrels in them. This one says it's steel. We'll see if that's actually true. Most of them are aluminum. Adjustable shoulder rest. Secure the blaster firmly against your shoulder for enhanced precision and control, ensuring every target is hit. Actually an important thing to have. Not that other blasters didn't already have this from Xshot, but AEGs have kick. They actually have recoil, not that much, but enough that having a shoulder stock would be very important. Judging by the looks of it, it's a standard buffer tube setup, so it should be fully customizable with other buffer tube stocks you have, and customization is king. Dart capacity. Carry up to 40 darts, so you never run out in the middle of battle. That is weird. So looking at this blaster, it doesn't look like it has a 40 dart mag. It really doesn't. Maybe the stock mag it has is literally 40 darts? You can't really tell with this thing. It looks different than normal Xshot mags, but it doesn't look like it's a 40 round capacity, so I don't know what's going on there. And air pocket technology includes air pocket technology darts for a further, faster, and more accurate blast. Xshot darts are pretty good. I don't know exactly how good they are. I haven't really tested them against other options out. Maybe I should, but they're definitely okay. But there's still way more here. Elevate your dart blasting skills with the Xshot Pro Motorized Piston Pump Blaster. That it just doesn't roll off the tongue. Expertly crafted for precision and power. Could be marketing, but I trust them more than Hasbro. This blaster, marked by Xshot's renowned seal of excellence, is our most advanced model yet. Its Steel Accuracy Pro barrel ensures every shot counts, even in the heat of battle. Recommended for ages 14 and up with an impressive firing range of up to 150 feet. That means it could hit 200 FPS, by the way. You'll hit your targets with ease, maintaining a tactical advantage over your opponent. Perfect for outdoor play, the air pocket technology darts will fly with accuracy and precision. The hyper-accurate and super fast firing capability of the Xshot Pro Motorized Piston Pump makes it a game changer for enthusiasts. They're literally talking to me right now. The innovative rolling barrel not only boosts accuracy, but also packs a punch, enhancing the blaster's performance? What is that even about? Whether you're battling your friends or taking on distant targets, the Xshot Pro Motorized Piston Pump enables you to dominate any situation. Experience the next level of dart blasting with the Xshot Pro Motorized Piston Pump, where every shot is a guaranteed hit. That is some insane marketing claims. But of course, every single other thing is the same, and we do have a couple of pictures here. It is a very minimalist design, but as you can tell, this thing has a B-car on the end of it, or bearing centering auto rifling. Basically, with those metal bearings, when a dart exits the barrel, which is of course sealed, has air pressure behind it, drives the dart forward, shoots it towards your opponent, when it hits the end of that with that muzzle with those bearings, it actually is twisted, so they grab the dart foam and twists the dart, spinning the dart and increasing its stability in flight, much like rifling for an actual bullet. Not only all of this, but it looks like it has a reciprocating bolt located on the outside of the blaster. This may be for priming it after you've loaded a magazine in so you don't dry fire the thing, but also it might reciprocate as you're firing, which is super cool. And even the buffer tube looks like it has one of those tightening rings on it, like what you find with actual buffer tubes. The grip looks incredibly comfortable, and it has two magazine releases, one just under the trigger guard and another right behind the magazine well where the magazine is located. The sights this time around look like they might actually have some kind of way to tighten them to the Picatinny rail on the top of the blaster, but they honestly look really cheap. I hope they're good, because a blaster that is really marketing its precision this much should have pretty decent sights on it. And it looks absolutely phenomenal. I want to see if there's actually any other pictures here. There is one picture of like the Xshot Pro range that Axel Sorax also posted, which shows the other two blasters in the line and then this new one. And its suggested retail price is actually 60 USD. So the Walmart one is $10 higher than that. Now, of course, if you're watching this video in the morning after I've uploaded it, I will be live streaming and talking about this blaster during the Saturday night stream thing. And there is a lot of implications of this blaster hitting store shelves, because famously, none of these other companies have even remotely tried. NERF did a repeat of the Stampede for the ICONS line. It came with way less stuff and it was a much worse blaster. Now let me just check on the Legion gun. We can see how much it costs, because I honestly don't remember. The average retail price for it back in 2019 was 70 USD, apparently. 5 to 6 years later, we're getting an Xshot Pro level blaster that is way more streamlined and far more powerful. And instead of running off D cells or C cells like the Stampede does, the Xshot Pro Series pump piston thing runs off AAAs. I think that's a goof, but I wouldn't be surprised with how small the blaster is if it only ran off like 8 AA batteries. Remember, the bigger battery doesn't increase the voltage, it just increases the capacity so it can last longer. This is absolutely bonkers. If this blaster is even half as good as I think it will be, it will pretty much shelf most flywheelers overnight. I mean, Dart Zone just came out with their Omnia Gen 3, and if this is even remotely good, it is going to completely delete that from everybody's memory. It is that good. If you've seen any of the videos I've done on AEGs on this channel, whether it's the Colonel Wall 77, the Inverted Scales, the Sweetheart Storm, the BK1S, this is the same type of blaster from a company that has a pretty decent track record, but we need to talk about that, because the elephant in the room is that Xshot doesn't have the cleanest track record. They certainly do deliver, and they certainly do bring the hype and elevate everything up with them, but consistently their blasters target really low price points, and they suffer because of that. The Xshot Fury X is really good, but some people had problems with the barrels being inconsistent, so the darts would just fall out. Mine don't have that problem, but it is something I should mention. And most famously, the Xshot Pro Long Shot had plunger tubes made of like polycarb that were really thin and broke under its own spring load fairly quickly. But if they learn from their past blasters and they deliver even remotely with the Pro Series piston pump, whatever you call it, the only other blaster Xshot is competing with is Xshot itself. Even if you got a brushless flywheel blaster from the likes of NERF or Dart Zone, it doesn't really compete with a pro-level AEG. AEGs are so good that most games are trying to ban them. There will most likely be some nasty issues with like trigger feel, trigger delay, and so forth. But we already went over that with the original Dart Zone Omnia, and I thought the Omnia was still pretty good, especially for a full auto blaster. But all of that could be thrown on its head with this new blaster from Xshot. I am watching in real time as my Discord melts down about this news. This will be a decisive blow to NERF or Dart Zone if they cannot step up. But if it goes on sale for $50, $40, $30, you could buy 2 of them. This will be the one blaster to rule them all, the Springer Flywheeler Mega Mix. But much like the Dart Zone Venom Pro being an unfathomably low-priced mag-in-grip flywheel full auto pistol on store shelves, this is bigger news than that. We were all wondering and waiting, thinking, oh, eventually Xshot is going to do a pro performance flywheel blaster. And they literally just skipped it. I can't freaking believe that.